A blood-curdling yowl slices through the darkness. Lena bolts upright in bed, heart hammering against her ribs. Oliver is on her chest, claws digging in just enough to sting, his wide eyes locked on her stomach like it's a ticking bomb. "Jesus, Ollie," she gasps, trying to sit up. But he won't budge. His body is rigid, tail puffed, muscles coiled like he's ready to pounce on her. For a second, she wonders if he's gone feral. Then he lets out a low, guttural growl, a sound she's never heard, and shifts his weight slightly, still staring at her belly. "What's wrong with you?" she whispers, trying to push him off again. He hisses softly, not at her, at something beneath her skin. Mark's groggy voice calls from the hallway. "Everything okay?" She clears her throat. "Yeah, just the cat being weird." Oliver finally leaps off and disappears into the shadows. Lena exhales, hand on her chest. In the morning, he's at the door, staring, waiting. As she steps forward, he bolts ahead, circling her like a herding dog. She frowns. What now? Every time she moves, he moves with her. In the shower, he cries until she lets him sit on the bath mat. Days blur together. Lena's drained, limbs heavy, head foggy. She blames stress. But Oliver won't let up. He stops sleeping at the foot of the bed. Now, every night, he climbs onto her torso, pacing, pawing, purring aggressively, always pressing into the same spot. It's starting to freak her out. By the end of the week, the fatigue is unbearable. Her skin feels too tight, her stomach flips, and she's constantly lightheaded. "I'm fine," she tells Mark. "Probably hormones or something." But Oliver doesn't believe her. One night, she's on the couch, wrapped in a blanket, when a sharp pang rips through her abdomen. She winces, curling forward. Oliver leaps onto her, claws digging through the blanket until his paws press into her belly. He lets out a low, broken meow, pleading. Lena stares down at him, chest tight. "What are you trying to tell me?" she whispers. He doesn't blink, just keeps purring, louder than ever, his whole body vibrating like an alarm. And for the first time, she wonders, maybe this isn't just weird cat behavior. Maybe it's a warning. Oliver is everywhere. When Lena wakes, he's perched on her stomach before her eyes even open, not sleeping, just watching. Same spot, same stare, same slow, rhythmic pawing. She nudges him off. "You're being ridiculous." He leaps back instantly, meowing, not sweetly but with desperation. In the hallway, he herds her like a sheepdog, weaving between her feet, nearly tripping her. "For the love of Oliver, stop!" she snaps. He only meows again, eyes fixed on her stomach. Mark watches from the kitchen. "He's obsessed," he mutters. "You sure you're not hiding a rotisserie chicken under your shirt?" She laughs it off, but her hands tremble. The counter blurs. She grips it hard. "You okay?" "Didn't sleep well," she mutters, but her stomach churns. That night, the couch feels like quicksand. Her limbs sink. Her head throbs. Oliver paces the armrest like a sentry. Then, without warning, he launches into her lap and presses his face into her belly, firm, insistent. "Okay, buddy, you need to chill." A sharp pain flares beneath his paws. Her gasp is sudden. Oliver jolts back, just for a second, then lunges forward, yowling. Mark appears around the corner. What the hell was that? Lena clutches her side. I don't know, just a cramp. But she's pale now, breathing hard, sweating. Oliver cries again, raw, almost human. He circles, then jumps back up and slams his paws into her stomach like he's trying to snap her out of something. Mark stiffens. "Lena, you need to go in." She wants to argue, but the room spins. Her heart pounds. The couch rocks beneath her. Then, thud! She hits the floor. The world blurs. Her stomach lurches. Oliver is on her instantly, paws digging into her belly. His purring is deafening, not comforting. Urgent, like a siren. "Get off," she tries, voice breaking. Her hand lifts weakly. He doesn't move. Mark drops beside her. "Lena, look at me!" But her eyes are locked on Oliver, ears flat, fur bristling, vibrating with some primal urgency, and suddenly it hits her. He's been trying to tell her all along. Her head falls back against the wall, breath shallow. "Okay," she whispers. "I'm listening now." Lena jolts awake. Oliver's scratching wildly at the bathroom door, tail lashing behind him. She groans, tries to sit up, but nausea slams into her. The room spins. She clutches her stomach, gasping. Oliver bolts to her side. He leaps onto her and presses into her stomach with surgical precision. His purr is thunderous, urgent, and unrelenting. Lena throws off the blanket and stumbles into the hallway like she's walking through water. She barely reaches the couch before collapsing. Oliver's already there, waiting. She slumps down, trembling. Something's wrong. He launches into her lap again without hesitation, presses his paws deep into her belly, yowls, then lowers his head, listening, like he's tuning into something only he can hear. Mark appears in the doorway, rubbing sleep from his eyes. "Whoa, what's going on?" She doesn't answer. Her skin is pale, her breath shallow. Oliver looks up at her, still, focused, locked in. And suddenly it hits. Her breath catches. Her hands fly to her stomach. "No," she whispers. "No way." She bolts upright, nearly knocking Oliver to the floor. He chirps in protest and sprints after her as she stumbles toward the bathroom. She tears open the cabinet, digging past bottles with shaking hands. Then she sees it. A small, pink box, torn at the edges, forgotten behind a heating pad, the pregnancy test. She tears it open. Her heartbeat thunders. The test sits on the counter, face down. Oliver scratches at the door once, then twice, then silence. She flips it over. 2 lines, clear, bold, undeniable. Her breath escapes in a sob. Her knees hit tile. She opens the door, and there he is, waiting. She falls to her knees and pulls him into her arms. Her tears soak into his fur. "You knew," she chokes. "You knew before I did." Mark's voice echoes from the hallway. "Lena, what's happening?" She holds up the test, hand shaking. He stops in his tracks, eyes wide, then a stunned smile. Lena laughs through the tears, still clinging to Oliver. "He tried to tell me, I just wouldn't listen." Oliver purrs, deep, steady, and sure, like he's been waiting for this moment all along. The floor is cold, but Lena barely notices. Her whole body buzzes with disbelief. She presses one hand to her stomach, the other holding the test. 2 bold lines still staring back at her like a secret uncovered. Oliver nudges her elbow, quiet now. No meows, no urgency, just a steady, grounded purr. She gathers him into her arms, his soft fur muffling her shaky laugh. Mark crouches beside her, eyes locked on the test. "Are you serious?" She nods. "I'm pregnant." He blinks, then laughs, stunned, and pulls them both into a clumsy embrace. Oliver chirps between them, still purring, his body warm and calm. "How long have you felt off?" Mark asks softly. She pulls back. "Weeks? I thought it was stress, but he..." She looks down at Oliver. "He tried to tell me." Oliver places a paw on her belly. Mark exhales. "Okay, that's spooky." Later, they settle on the couch. The test rests on the coffee table like a trophy. Lena leans into Mark, one hand on her belly, the other stroking Oliver, now curled peacefully across her lap. His purr has changed. No longer an alarm. Now, it's a lullaby. Mark glances over. "Looks like it's not just us anymore." Lena smiles. "Family of 4. She ruffles Oliver's fur. "He started this." "Dr. Oliver, feline MD, Mark says with a grin. Oliver responds with a soft chirp, as if accepting the title. Outside, life moves on, but here, time stands still. Lena lowers her head to rest against Oliver's back. "Thank you," she whispers, "for not giving up on me." He doesn't move, just breathes, purrs, like he always has. The story spreads fast. She sends a photo. Oliver curled on her belly. Her sister replies instantly, "The cat knew?" Soon, the story is everywhere. Dinner tables, group chats, even whispered across break rooms at work. Everyone says the same thing. That's incredible. Animals just know. I've never heard anything like it. At home, Oliver stays close. When the nausea creeps in, he's there with a soft chirp. When she rests, he curls up against her belly, one paw resting like a guardian, still watching, still listening. I thought he was just needy, Lena says one night, fingers in his fur. But he knew, before I did. As her pregnancy progresses, that bond only deepens. He's there for every moment, from the quiet kicks to the long nights. His love is constant, quiet, fierce. One evening, Lena sits on the couch, wrapped in a blanket. Oliver is asleep across her belly. Mark places a hand on hers, and the three of them sit in silence. "He didn't just protect me," she whispers. "He guided me." And maybe that's what this story is really about. How sometimes we don't listen to the signs. We push through the pain, ignore the fatigue, tell ourselves we're just tired or stressed or overthinking. But someone or something sees it first. Have you ever had a pet sense something before you did? Did they try to warn you, comfort you, watch over you in a way you couldn't explain? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. And if this one touched your heart, give it a like, hit subscribe, and share it with someone who believes in the quiet magic animals bring into our lives. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.